Good evening, race fans. I'm your host, Caden Reif, and welcome to another installment of the fourth season of the NASCAR Moon Studio Series here from Bristol for round 20 of 32. Just 3 races remaining until the postseason cutoff here this season. Gonna be a tight battle with the wire coming down to the end of it. Just a few guys fighting for that last postseason spot, and exactly none of them here today. But we'll take a look at your starting lineup anyway. With Fand in the 62 car on the pole, the more interesting fight is for the regular season championship. And Red going to be starting on his outside, couple of CHR teammates, first and second. Jellin going to be in third and Cap fourth. Fifth goes to Brandon, the part-timer, and sixth, Hydra, a couple of part-timers in that third row. Seventh is going to be Gavin, last race winner. Eighth, your points leader, Gabe. Ninth is going to be Aviation. 10th, Yorkie. And Atlanta rounds out the field in 11th. We take you trackside momentarily. A lot of laps here from Bristol under the lights for some high-bank concrete action. Forgot to turn streamer mode on. That would be good. So I'm getting VC sounds. Okay. So yeah, race length. Let's see here. 40, 40, 60 for 140. Alright, gonna put the wall down and switch over, get volume and everything turned on. Yes, I know. Shut up. Yes. Okay. Oh my God, Cap! Cap! Okay. Like I said, 40, 40, 60. Direct your attention to the racetrack because we're about to start driving the race car. Fand on pole here tonight. And we are underway here from Bristol, expecting a ridiculous start. And Jellin is immediately spawned in the back. Cap and Aviation get collected in the inside wall. And Aviation gets sent all the way around as Fand comes around to lead the first lap. Red get pinned to the wall by Hydra. 3 wide for second place behind Fand. As that's a whole gaggle of cars for that second position. Still 3 wide as they exit turn 2. Gabe and Brandon up the track as Gavin spins. Jellin gets around it. I don't even know what to call that, but we're gonna keep it going just about as Gabe gets turned by Brandon. Jellin just about had it saved, so yeah, we will keep it going. Only just. Battle there between Brandon and Gabe after that contact by those two. As the top 3 break away on merit of not crashing. Brandon crosses over the 28 down to the inside, still side by side for that 4th spot. And Gabe gonna pull another crossover his own and turns the 58. Second time those guys spin each other around. Brandon's still unable to get it facing in the right direction. Gabe very nearly death walls it there off of turn 4, and Atlanta into 4th. Ahead of the 2 points leaders who fight side by side behind him for 5th. Certified Bristol Chaos, Jellin gets into Yorkie. Here's Gabe for 4th on the 48 car. And he makes that pass. Yorkie slipping by into 5th place. As they all fight for the last stage spot. Now Jellin gets underneath the 25. That's going to be nearly 3 wide. Gavin going to look low, and we'll take that opportunity. Brandon cuts him off. Gavin's still trying to get underneath him and does this time. 3 wide down into turn number 1 by those guys for what is P6. Yorkie can cross all of them over from the top. Gavin gets pinned into the wall. Yorkie gets spun, has to check up. They're going to wreck. 2 cars around. And still kind of what in the world is happening? Brandon still backwards. I don't know what's going on. And that is Yorkie on his lid. Cautions out. And leaders who pass the line go around again. Watch out for flip 25 off of turn 4. Thanks, Yorkie. Caution flag is out here from Bristol for the first time after a 11 lap run. Okay. So 13 laps completed, going to be restarting on lap 14. It is Fan still out front, has led every lap so far, and his teammate Red, who started second, will restart in second. Green flag back in the air. Good start with a little bit of a push from Hydra into turn 1. And that's the whole field collecting each other on the quarter panel, and Jellen's into the inside wall. And the 88 car is now missing about half of his race car after a collision with the inside wall. Fand will hold the lead after the restart. And now Jellen's task just got a whole lot harder with a lot of the back of that car missing with that crash. Get that debris. Got it. Okay. Gabe and Brandon still fighting for second. Gabe in front now, as Hydra puts pressure on Red for fourth. Brandon looked to the inside, could not quite get the 28 there, but tried to dive it down on in there. And now goes to the inside. Gabe left the door open, gets sideways off the corner, manages not to get himself turned. Good collection there. Gets into the quarter panel of Brandon. Brandon having to turn extra to stay off of him. Very nearly threw it in the death wall. Here's Gabe with a huge crossover. Makes contact with the 58. Fan loving this in his mirror as we reach halfway. Bit of a bumper by Brandon now as Gabe tried to park the bus and was unable to cover him off. Now Brandon trying to do the same, but Gabe gets underneath him all the way down in the apron. It's just occurred to me that the apron was illegal last season, but I don't really care at this point. Gabe just knocked the inside wall. That allows Brandon to get back to the inside again. It's a 4-car battle here for second place with Red and Hydra entering the frame. Gabe nearly turns himself as Red goes to the inside for third. cross him back down. And red powers back around on the outside and holds on to that position. Ran it real sideways there in front of these two. Ooh, red got the wrong piece of the apron there, got straightened out. Here's Gabe back on the inside. Oh, but red got into his quarter panel. That allows Hydra to pass by them both. He nearly spins and gets help into the inside wall is Hydra. He's out of the race. Caution is out. That will be your race back. And you don't need to go around again. Caution is out. Hydra just barely got tipped into the inside wall, and the 44 takes an early leave. You just hate to see that. Yeah, we're on hold for a moment because this lag is so bad that I can't. I'm literally dropping to 0 kilobytes per second on the stream. What the hell? Oh my god. Oh, that's bad. Change the laps while I'm thinking about it. But... come on now. I don't know, you haven't ever asked me to change it. I can turn that down a little bit. let's get this show back underway here with a little over 10 to go in the stage. You guys all here? Better hope so. All right, Fanned up front. Gabe starting second this time. Green flag, and we are back underway. Bit of a poor start for the guys on the outside. Red just got booted onto the bottom, and in turn helped him get underneath Fanned as Gavin goes around on the backstretch. Held it out of the inside wall. Here's Brandon on the inside for the lead. Almost got there. Gets help from Gabe and spins. And backs it straight into the inside wall, and he's out of the race. Fanned up and into the wall. It's the whole field piling into it. We are under caution as Red is going to come around with the lead as the whole field junked it behind him. So Brandon out of the race now, and we are under caution once more. The roulette of Bristol DNFs will continue. So, it will be just 9 laps to go in the first stage as Red sits out front after that whole conglomerate of automotive activities. Green flag back underway. Good start by Jellin on the outside, but Red's going to have the lead here and take it right away. Fan looking to slot back into second and try to re-challenge for that lead that he lost just a few short laps ago, although he has a shallow entry into turn 3. That opens the door for Gavin on the inside. Bit of a slide by him and Gabe on the bottom. He's going to take second away. Here's Gabe for third as they round turn 2. Cap up into the wall back there. Gavin takes the spot away. Bled some speed on the bottom. Gabe almost got underneath him. Fan getting freight trained on the outside. Can't find an opening. Red nearly lost it. For the lead is Jellin's into the inside wall, and the 88 car's out of the race now. The streak of woes continues, and Jellin takes his lead from this one. Yeah, sure. There we go. So it'll be 3 laps to go in this stage. On the restart, Jellin DNFs. Still a struggle for him as of late, the 88 team. Just not what you want to see. With the points battle trickling downwards towards the end of this regular season. Yeah, it's funny though. I was talking about in the intro, like, you know, oh, it's 3 races to go and the regular season ends. The battle to make the chase is happening, and then I remembered that literally none of the 3 main guys on the postseason cutoff showed up to today's race. Nate, B2, and Lob all did not attend. Atlanta's the only one, and he's back by 54 entering today. You gotta sweep, Atlanta. You gotta sweep. I mean, no matter what, because of the fact that Nate didn't race, he won't be... I mean, he couldn't have been eliminated. He, at the very most, would have been in mathematically by 1 if Nate had swept and he got no points. But, yeah, that's irrelevant. Any hoozle. Red's still out front. One of only 2 people to lead today's race, him and his teammate Fan. 8 cars left in this thing. Green flag. Gabe immediately dove it down low to get underneath the 10 and did so. Made the move stick. Fan getting turned halfway to the outside wall, gets it back pointed down to the bottom. Gabe takes the lead. Gavin, ooh, he's right there. He's going to look low. Gabe almost pinches him into the inside wall. They're side by side for the lead and for third. Gavin takes the top spot. Here's Fan down low on Gabe. Couldn't quite get underneath him. Red had to check up to not get into Fan. That opens the door for Yorkie to try to take 4th place. Coming to the white flag in stage number 1. Gavin scooting away from the 28 in second. Just got to hold on to it here. Gabe trying to close up, looking like he's not going to be able to, off of turn number 4. It will be Gavin, Gabe, Fan, Red, and Yorkie just about held on to 5th. Thanks, Cap. So, stage 2 now set to go as Gavin holds on to the lead after running away with that stage victory there. You will have Gabe on his outside in 2nd place. Green flag back underway. A good start by Gabe on the outside. Doesn't get clear though, and Fan very nearly dove it in. Gabe packing Gavin on the bottom, nearly spun himself, and now all the leaders are gonna crash! Fan to the inside wall. Is he still in the race? He is. So we stay green. Trying to get rid of some of this debris here. So Fan's car just got a whole lot harder to drive as all of the leaders got into each other there off of turn 2, and it results in Gavin holding the lead, and Cap, his teammate, moves into 2nd. And half the field split up with the 2 CHR cars way down the order now. Red also with damage. Didn't even pick up on that part. Both of those guys went into the inside wall. And Red's damage even worse. He's missing only the back end, no missing front end, so that car is going to be even worse to drive than the 62 is. Fan's struggling in front of these leaders, looking like he might get lapped soon. Cap closing in on the 09 for the lead, putting the pressure on. Might have a chance here, but Gavin pulls away a little bit. Top 3 under a blanket right now. And gonna need a blue flag here on the 62. Thanks, bub. So Fan gonna drop down a lap, looking like he was the car to beat early, very nearly got in the cap, and did actually get in the cap. And he, with that damage and the time he lost from the crash, having to get away from the death wall, is gonna fall down a lap. To the race leaders, it is Gavin, Cap, Gabe, still the top 3 bumper to bumper right now, but no passes between these 3 yet. Although Gabe closes in on Cap a little bit. Cap sliding off of turn 4, holds on to it, and actually set him up perfectly for turn 1, but he gets into Gavin, and Gabe hits him at the exact same time. Cap goes for a full 360, drops down back behind Fan, and into 3rd place. That's a tough break, just wrong spot at the wrong time. Got into the quarter panel of the 09 and got hit in the quarter panel by the 28. Sandwiched between those two at exactly the wrong angle. So 09, 28 now, your top 2 all by themselves, as Cap trying to get around Fan and clear all this traffic. Gabe was all over the apron that time through. Ended up costing him some time. How much of it he got. Gabe closing in, that 28 lurking behind the 09. He might have a chance to make a move in the next couple laps. He gets the nose underneath here. Can Gavin power around the outside? No, he cannot. But they made a little bit of contact. He was clear. Oh, Gabe parked the bus on the bottom. Gavin lifted so hard to try to get down there, but Gabe ended up covering the bottom, but Gavin crosses him over down into turn 3 anyway. Now Gabe, the one with the crossover to the inside, sliding sideways there with door-to-door contact. Gavin crosses him all the way over again and punts him into the outside wall. Absolute drop kick as Gavin retakes the lead. Now Gabe back underneath him again. Gavin lifting once more, going to put the bumper to the 28, but Gabe parked it perfectly. This is allowing Cap to catch up. Back from 3rd as Gavin gets underneath and spins himself out. Cap back into 2nd place. Gavin down to 3rd. Gabe's out here with the lead. Now the one thing that Fan has got to be glad about right now, that lap car, is that Aviation and Red are still a long ways up. And he will probably be holding on to that free pass spot so long as no one else ends up making a mistake and falls to the clutches of the leaders. Inside the second half of this stage now, as Cap is putting pressure on the 28 of Gabe for the lead. In that purple 98 car, he looked low. Gabe had to compensate a little bit, pretty much even in and out of the corner. Big mistake on corner entry by Cap that time, allows Gabe to pull away a bit. 15 to go at the line for the 28 and 98. Yorkie sits in 4th, and Atlanta looking to grab a stage point in 5th. Bit of a shallow entry there for Gabe, but a far better exit than Cap, who dove it down to try to close that gap. Fan just spun it off turn 4, stays in front of Atlanta, and no impediment there. Here's Cap, looked low, couldn't get there, had to lift just that little bit. This is a tight battle between these two for this lead. Cap trying to play some mind games or get something that works. in that Volkswagen 98 off of turn 4, a little bit closer now. Ooh, Red made a big mistake. That 10 might fall a lap down here now as he loses a ton of time to the leaders, just as I was talking about. Fand wanting nobody to get trapped down a lap, as here's Cap for the lead. He just got the nose underneath. Gabe tried to pinch him down, gets into Cap, turned in too early. The 98 gets in front of Gabe and is clear for the lead, coming to 10 to go in the stage this time. Gabe tried to dive it underneath him, could not get the nose to stay there. 10 to go. And now he got the inside wall and is into the outside wall. Cap pulls away. Red trying to hold on to his lap here, but would imagine that he's going to need to let Cap go here, but we'll see. And Cap does get underneath him, and Red's going to let the leaders go. Watch out for Gabe here, who got very sideways right in front of the 28, and is going to go high now. And Red falls a lap down now. That would trap the 62 down -1. With the laps winding down here in this stage, Cap trying to hang on to that stage win with Gabe right behind him in second. Cap's not one who typically wins a lot of stages. We'll see. It is an ongoing joke. Although he did win 5 last season, stage winless so far this year. 5 to go in stage 2 with the 98 still out front. It's just going to be between these two unless they manage to wreck each other. Gavin in the catbird seat in case anything happens to the two leaders. Cap's just got to hang on to it. I didn't realize because Gavin's, I switched the 98 that the freaking fish is on the back of his car. I didn't even realize. Oops. Coming to 2 laps to go in the stage. Gabe getting a little desperate. Sent it into turn 3 to try to close the gap. Think it stayed about the same. Oh, Cap a little sideways. He holds on to that race car. That thing was all over the place there. In turn 2. White flag, stage 2. Cap's just got a cruise here with Gabe. Quite a bit of a ways behind. He sent it all the way to the inside wall. Isn't going to matter. Cap wins the stage. It'll be Cap, Gabe, Gavin, Yorkie, and coming around Atlanta in 5th. Here in stage number 2. So, as I mentioned, Red will be receiving free pass and Fand trapped down a lap. I believe it was. I'll think about it. I would take that offer. If you pay me $50, I will continue. I will start updating the website again. The series website from the studio. Okay, I'm gonna get a snack real quick, so I'll be back. Oh God. I got the Kai special. I got a muffin. Okay. Switch the stream window. Final stage set to get underway here. Cap out front. Green flag. We are back underway. Gavin immediately dives it down on the inside on his teammate. Gabe got punted into the wall. Yorkie's going to spin around. Cap looking for the lead. Spun it. Saved it. Lost a lot of time to the 09 though. He drops backwards down the order as Aviation spins now. Gabe is going to go around as well. That's going to be a caution. And Gabe goes up and over. Got a kickflip. Caution is out. Goodness gracious. Ow, I think Atlanta might have got third there. So Fan will get his free pass and be back in the lead lap here. And yes, it will be red in third over Atlanta. Okay. Gavin in the lead here. Green flag. Red taking it 3 wide on the start. Aviation and Gabe into the wall, as well as Atlanta. Ooh, Gab got tapped by Gavin. A great save to keep that thing going in the right direction down into turn number 1 as Red has taken the lead. And the order flip-flops on the restart once again. It is a train of race cars after that restart. Ooh, big mistake by Cap that allows Gavin to get underneath him for second place and Gabe for third as Red spun it off of turn 2 and Gavin's into the lead. Oh, in contact! Into the inside wall is Gabe! The 28, is he still in the race? He is not. Caution is out, the 28 out of it. That is your points leader out of the race. We do not do rejoins. Yeah, they just ran out of real estate off of turn 4. Tough deal. So the 2 points leaders, well, Jelen didn't enter this race second in the standings, but once again, an early exit for 2 of the championship contenders, and Fand, despite his struggles with his race car with the damage, is the only one left in it. Gabe is lucky to have gotten a healthy handful of stage points at the very least. So Gavin back out into the lead after that run. He has his teammate Yorkie on the outside. Green flag back underway here. Aviation got into the back of him, got a little squirrely. That opens the door for the 05 on the bottom. Gavin gets into him just a tiny little bit. They head down into turn 3 as Gavin tags Cap, sends both of them up the track, and opens the door for Red on the bottom, who gets tagged by Cap, holds onto it, but he drops back behind the 2 leaders. Aviation's gonna cross Cap over. This is an insane battle as Gavin's into the catch fence, and the 09's out of the race now. They're dropping like flies here in the 3rd stage, and Gavin is out. Take a look at the replay there. Hard to say from the streaming. Let's see. Oh, Atlanta. Wow. Oh, dear. That's tough. That's really tough. So, There's absolutely no one left in this thing, and what's even funnier is there's no one here spectating, so there's literally 7 people in the server. That's great. Aviation has now taken the race lead, and will start in first here. We are back green. Even start by the 2 leaders as always, and Red just spun both himself and Fan goes straight back up into Atlanta, and he's on his lane. Another quick caution as Atlanta goes up and over. I mean, is anyone left in this thing? Just go line up, Red. A third of the way through the final stage, Aviation will lead again. Flag flies once more. Fan with a good start there from 3rd place. He moves up into 2nd, although Yorkie looks low. Fan's going to cut him some slack and take it a little easy, and Yorkie's going to get underneath him and take 2nd away. Cap very nearly looped it into the wall. That opens the door for both the CHR cars. Gonna have to throw it in the wall again with Red getting sideways underneath him. Teammates side by side for 3rd. Aviation and Yorkie, the 2 of the 3 clean cars, are the 6 that remain. Cap just dumped Fan. Oh my goodness. Wow. Sure that wasn't intentional, but I mean, he dumped him. Aviation leading comfortably. Got a little bit of a buffer to work with. He's got Yorkie and Red 2nd and 3rd. Red may be looking a little faster than the 25 right now. But we'll see how this plays out with the field spread out and a green run finally under their belts. We'll see if this one can go green all the way to the end with only 6 cars left in the field. Ooh, Yorkie real sideways off of turn 4 there. Red's gonna have the door open for him for 2nd place. Gets underneath, but Yorkie crosses him over. Still side by side for 2nd. Aviation loving this in his mirror. And Red's going to cross Yorkie over another crossover, but he almost spun it. He saved that race car as they enter turn 1. Yorkie trying to cross over, but couldn't. Red parked the bus that time, had to lift because he got so much of the apron, and Red is into 2nd place for certain now. And now has his sights set on Aviation for the lead. NASCAR Motorsports as a whole, winless since Logan. Their last win came with the 19 car in Season 3. It was that Bristol race, his 6th win of that season, race number 23. That is the last time they won. It's been a full in-series calendar season as Red went around. I'm going to check the replay because I was not tapped in for that. Oh great, the camera was facing the wrong way too. So Red drops backwards. Yorkie dropped a little bit of time too, but we'll stay green with Red the only one all the way around. And Aviation's got a comfortable lead just past halfway in this stage now. So as I was talking about, a full in-series calendar flipped around since the last time this team has won a race. Again, with Logan at Bristol. Battle for 2nd place, Yorkie and Cap. winless since that day, and Aviation last won in Season 2. Did not make an attempt at a start in Season 3. Made a midway entry full-time with the racecar team this season, and now with a comfortable gap trying to bring it home here from Bristol. Cap has moved into second place and has a little over 2 seconds to the 05 car in first. He's got his sights set on P1, but it's going to be a tough order to close that gap with the laps winding down and not much more than 20 laps left under the lights here at Bristol. Yorkie very sideways there from turn 4. Held on to that race car and didn't lose a whole lot of time. "20 laps to go from Bristol and Aviation in the 05 team. The gap's slowly shrinking, but Cap running out of time to catch that 05. We'll see if he has enough to get there, as the gap has shrunk below 2 seconds. And Aviation doing everything he can to try to mitigate the bleeding. Cap winless as of yet this season as well. Although 11 starts, not a small number by the 98 team, but has been solid this season, just has not been there for a win yet. But with that gap shrinking, you might think that Cap could have a chance as Fan sideways in front of the leader, but stays in front for now. Probably going to have to let Aviation go in the near future. Cap very nearly spun it off of turn 4. That's going to cost him some time. Got it back in line and collected himself after not too much trouble, but that could have been dangerous. 15 laps to go. Laps counting down. That gap gets smaller and smaller. And Cap spun it! Went all the way around that time. All that time he gained goes to dust, and Aviation pulls away a little bit more. That's something he definitely wanted to hear. Oh, in contact with Fand. That's going to be a blue flag for Fand here. And he will let the leader go. Actually, Fand's on Xbox, isn't he? I always forget that. So Fan is going to let the leader go. Yorkie's closing in on Cap for second place now, as Cap has fallen out of rhythm since that spin. Here's Yorkie on the inside. And he will have second place over the 98. Aviation with 10 laps remaining. He's just hoping, praying. Oh, Cap sideways again. Very nearly got the inside wall. He keeps it on the racetrack. Trying desperately to get back to Yorkie for second. Atlanta and Red, they seem to find each other a lot on the racetrack, and those two fighting for fourth place. Oh, Atlanta almost spun himself, trying to get underneath the 10 car. A 3-second lead for Aviation within the final 10 laps. 5 laps to go here from Bristol. Fan getting caught up by Yorkie and Cap now. The two Oceanic cars fighting for second with 4 laps left. And Fan will have to let them go. Cap spun it again. He's got enough of a gap to hold on to third over Red, but now it is pretty much all but over for second place as Yorkie has a huge gap to the 98 car now and a lap car buffer. 2 laps to go at the line for the 05 car of Aviation. Give me top 5 things you didn't have on your Season 4 bingo card as he heads through 3 and 4. Fan looped it, keeps it out of traffic, white flag. It hasn't happened in nearly 2 calendar years. June 20th of 2022, the last time Aviation went to victory lane. He'll do the dance tonight. The 05 car takes the win here at Bristol. Your winner of the Bass Pro Shops Bristol night race. Yorkie comes home in second. Red just got capped for third. And Aviation takes the win. How about that? Hold on, get the set graph. There you go. How about that win? Congratulations to Aviation here tonight. How about that win? Aviation takes home the checkered flag here tonight. Congratulations to the 05 team. A heck of a win today. Not something you would have expected, but a welcome sight. Nonetheless, Aviation takes that iconic number to victory lane here tonight. That'll do it for coverage here from Bristol. And Aviation takes the checkered flag. We'll catch you next time with just 2 races left until the postseason cutoff. Our next rounds, Lime Rock and Richmond to round out this season. But on behalf of everybody here at the NASCAR Moon Studio Series, the staff, and no commentary booth friends here tonight. I'm Caden Reif, and as always, we'll see you next time, and have a good one.